Good day, good people. In today's lesson, tinoda kudemonstrata kuti tinodrawa sei pie chart using the following question. Question yedu iri kuti communal farmer has 30 head of cattle, 20 goats, 29 chicken and 11 sheep. Illustrate this distribution of livestock on a pie chart. Chatinofanirwa kutanga kuita panapa kutsvaka madegrees anorepresenta cattle, goats, chicken and sheep. Because as we know, a pie chart is literally a circle, and these different categories, cattle, goats, chicken and sheep, they are going to be represented by different portions on this circle. My portions should be illustrated in degrees. Saka zvatinoita kuti titsvage, we are simply going to do this. We have cattle. Satoda kutanga tatsvaga cattle. Tinowana sei cattle? Firstly, we have to know the total of all the livestock. Saka the total of all the livestock, ndongoti total of livestock, this is equal to, then we just add 30 cattle plus 20 goats plus 29 chicken plus 11 sheep. How much do we get? We get 90. Like this. Then today, the next step is called weighting, which is just a technical term, but panapa we do not care much about technical terms. What we care about kuziva kuti tinoita sei. So kuti tizive kuti cattle ine madegrees mangani, we are just going to say 30 because we have 30 head of cattle, so it's 30 over 90. This is the fraction of cattle takatarisa the total of livestock. Then we multiply this by 360 degrees. The reason being, to multiply na 360 degrees because we are dealing with a circle, and we know that a complete revolution is made up of 360 degrees. When we do this multiplication, of course we might cancel out this. 3 into 3 it's 1, and 3 into 9 it's 3. Then 3 into 3 it's 1, into 3 it's 1, into 6 it's 2, and into 0 it's 0. We get 120 degrees. Saka cattle iri kurepresentwa ne 120 degrees. Let us go on and do, this time, let us do goats. Saka kuti tiwane goats, tinoita sei? We should know how many goats we have. Tikaverenga pa question pedu, as we can see, we have 20 goats. Saka taona kuti we have 20 goats, we just 20 goats over 90 multiply by 360 degrees. Tichawana chi. We do the same. We cancel out here. Then after doing so, tikati 9 into 36 ndeyani. 9, 18, 27, 36. Remember, ndi 4. And 9 into 0 ndi 0. 40 times 2 is 80 degrees. So goats iri kurepresentwa ne 80 degrees. Then the next thing, chicken. Saka we have to calculate for all of them. Technical term yandareva iya kana kune vanoda kuziva kuti tinonyorwa sei, it's weighting. And by weighting we are literally reducing the different portions of this livestock into degrees. Or rather, we are bringing the different weights of livestock comparing with 360 degrees. So these are just technical terms. How many chicken do we have? 29. How many livestock? 90. So it's 29 over 90 times 360 degrees. What are we going to get, panapa? If we cancel out masero aya, 9 into 9 it's 1, 9 into 36 it's 4. Kurauti tasarwa na 29 times 4 achatipa 116 degrees. That is for chicken. Then lastly, we are going to look at sheep. So let me put sheep here. How many sheep do we have? We have 11 sheep. So it's 11 over the total livestock times 360 degrees. 90 into 90, it's 1 into 360, d 4. Saka 4 times 11, then the 44 degrees. Saka we have done the weighting. To convert the numbers which are representing cattle, goats, chicken and sheep into degrees, because we want to put our pie chart on a circle. Let us now create a table which is going to be a reference point. This is what our table is going to be like. We have a set of livestock where we have cattle, goats, chicken and sheep. Then the number of livestock tinongoitora as it is from the question. Taudzwa kuti cattle is going to be 30. Taudzwa zvakare goats 20, chicken 29 and sheep 11. Then we demonstrated kuti tinocalculate, say, the angle of a sector. So the angle of a sector is going to be the number of livestock over the total number of livestock times 360 degrees. If you have any questions, kuti tinozviita sei, you can ask in the comments and I'll try to explain. So we did our calculations. Panapa tawana 120 degrees. Ta calculator for goats tukawana 80 degrees. We calculated for chicken tukawana 116 degrees. Did the calculation for sheep tukawana 44 degrees. Like that. Saka panapa I now want to demonstrate what pie chart yacho tichaita sei. This table is very important. It's going to be our guide. So pakuita pie chart, there are instruments from a mathematical set which we are going to use. These are the mathematical tools we are going to be using. This one is called a canvas. Tichaishandisa kudraw circle. This tool is called a protractor, and we have a pencil. You have to make sure your pencil is as sharp as possible. The first thing we have to do panapa, pakudraw our circle, we take our canvas. Then we make sure that it is adjusted properly. Vamwe vanobva vatowedzera kusunga panapa kuitira kuti pasa move. I would advise when you are buying your mathematical set, try to buy a set which is not that much expensive, but $3. When I wrote, a proper mathematical set was around $3. It might be $5 now because of inflation, but avoid kutenga a set for $1 because these things won't be really strong if they are too cheap. Saka panapa make sure pari tight zvakanaka. Then make sure kuti apazo shaky. Okay, what we do here is tinoita unscrew panapa. Then we put in our pencil like this. Tobatanidza apa. Then we have to make sure kuti muromo we pencil need this sharp point zviri pamwe chete like this. Then when we've made that sure, we screw in kuitira kuti bate pencil yacho like that. Then what we are going to do panapa, we are going to open our canvas like this. Saka patavhura apa, this is going to be the radius of the circle. Saka haifanhi kunyanyo kukura, but haifanhi kunyanyo kuita diki futi. Then toya pabepa pedu panapa. Toya pabepa redu tobva tanobaya a certain point, but tiri kubaya nechi necanvas. Then I think yakurisa panapa. Let me reduce it a little like this. Saka tabaya panapa. Then tabaya apa. What are we going to do? We are going to draw a circle like this. Saka it has to be a circle, something like this. So I hope rukubuda, but that is the circle we are going to draw. Then to draw a circle redu patanobaya with the point of the compass panenge pachitooneka ndipo panenge pari the center of the circle. So we go to the center of the circle, and what are we going to do? Tichauya pacenter panapa, we have our ruler. Then totsvaga center yedu panenge patooneka kaita kagomba, saka panooneka zvakanaka. Then we are going to draw a line, a straight line richabva pacenter richinobata pa circumference like this. Saka that is the straight line we are going to draw. So this instrument ichiri paside, we are going to use it, don't worry. Then after we have done that, we are going to be using this table. Remember, table yanga ichitiudza the set of livestock, the number of livestock, and the angle of the sector. Saka we are going to be more concentrated with the angle of the sector. Saka I'm going to do it in order. Chatanga taita cattle, goats, chicken, and sheep. So let us start with cattle. Saka cattle, it's 120 degrees. Tinozita say 120 degrees. Kuti tiite 120 degrees, tinotora our protractor, then touya panapa totsvaga senda, saka tadraw line iri kuti tibatsire. Then point ish inoi inofanirwa kunopinda musenda, line iro rova aligned kana kuti roenderana neka line kanaka, something like this. Saka tinge taisa zvakanaka. Then we look for 120 degrees. If you look closely, you are going to see protractor yedu iri kutanga pa 0 panapa ndi. This is 0. Yoenda until yasvika pa 180. But pana kunoku kuri kutangawo 0 ichiuya kunoku ku 180. Saka ma demarcations aya ma degrees. So we have to start from our closest 0 inova ino e. Then we go until we get to 120. Saka if you look closely, and this is our 0, charamba tichitevera kusvikira yatisvitsa pa 120. Saka apa ndo pane 120. Be careful because tine two mascale panapa. Tine scale ina 0 ari kutangira kunoka chiuya achigumira ku 180. Then tina 0 ari padhuze uyu ari kuenderana neline redu ari kudai so zvakare achiuya pa 120e. Saka iyi ndiyo 120 yatiri kuda. Tosvika panapa tobva tamaka 120 yacho, which is this one. Then tamaka 120 yacho, we take our ruler like this, tobatanidza the center and our small mark like this. Murikuona. Then tadaro manje tenge takungoya mukati umo tonyora kuti chi cattle like this. So this is basically what we have done. Taisa cattle ichienderana ne 120 degrees. Let us now do the same for goats. Saka goats pataiweka yatipa 80 degrees. So what we are going to do panapa, zvatakuchita, we are still going to take our protractor. Then tatora protractor yedu, we can actually physically move like our paper like this. Like if we move it like this and tortenderedza, then to make sure kuti pakati panapa pari kuenderana nesenda and then line redu iri. Then we use 0-ish, and let me point it ish, 0e. Toenda nayo kusvikira pa 80. Uyu ndechi 80 watiri kuda. Then toisa a mark panapa like this. Then taisa a mark we are going to take our ruler to join that mark with the sender like this. Saka zvazviri kureva ndezvekuti iyi portion yataita for keto it's 120 degrees, but portion yataita for goats it's 80 degrees. So we can then write goats muno. So let me realign bepa redu zvakanaka, and you can see 120 for keto, 80 for goats, like this. Then we do the same todzoka panapa. Takuenda pa chicken. Chicken it's 116 degrees. So tichatenderedza bepa redu zvakare. Tiri kutenderedzera chii? Tiri kutenderedza kuitira kuti patinotora our protractor tichimechanisa sender neline iri patiri kuda kutangira kudrowa 116 degrees dzacho, totangira pa 0 yedu iyi toenda nayo kusvika pa 116. So this is 100, this is 110. Saka toenda pa 110 toverenga. Saka tikasvika pa 110 tichangoverenga zvimatanda 6 kuti tiwane 116. Mapaona? Because it's 110 plus 6 it's 116. But since iri danda rakaita hombe riri pakati pa 110 na 120 richirepresenta 5, zvoreva kuti kubva pa 110 kusvikira pakatanda kahombe aka it's 115. Saka tichangowedzera 1 kuti ite 116. Then we have to be careful tonomaka chaipo chaipo like this. Then tamaka chaipo chaipo like that. We are going to take our ruler because we want to join that point yatamaka with the sender. We draw our line like that. Correct. This portion is going to represent 116 degrees, which is chicken. Tenge tangonyora chi kuti chicken. Then tasarwa ni sheep. Correct. Portion yasara should be representing chi sheep. But anti sheep is 44 degrees. We can actually verify that is that 44 degrees, which is also going to serve as a sort of our proof kuti taita zvinhu zvedu zvakanaka. Saka tinongenda pa line iri toisa our protractor like this. Then toona kuti ziiti 44 degrees. Saka this is 0, apa ndo pana 4, and as you can see it's 40 and 41, 42, 43, 44. Sa line red runyatso kunopinda panani pana 44. Kureva kuti taita zvinhu zvedu zvakanaka. So in a nutshell, we have our table where we did weighting. Kuti weighting kuconverta the number of cattle, goats, chicken and sheep into degrees, because we are going to be using a circle. Then tadaro, we are going to do the same. Takuchishandisa our instruments, a compass and pencil, a protractor, and also a ruler. Tenge takuchizvishandisa kuti tidrowe this our pie chart. So kazhinji, just to seal things off, you then have to write a heading, pie chart of livestock, anything as simple as this. Saka atinyoredu mukati kuti 120 kunyora ma different degrees, 120, 80, 116, 44 atinyoredu mukati, but the examiner is going to take note of that because there is a certain proportionality to things. My portions is circle, kind of the portion of the circle which is representing sheep should be the smallest, because sheep in a 44 degrees. The portion representing cattle should be the largest, because cattle in a 120 degrees. The portion representing chicken should be second from cattle, because in a 116 degrees. Then comes the portion representing goats, which is 80 degrees. Saka pie chart yedu yatiratidza the distribution. You can read from this pie chart kuti The portion of livestock hombe, it's cattle, which were chicken, goats, kopedzisira sheep. So this is how we draw a pie chart. So if a question like this comes, especially paper 2, you should do something like this. But of course, you should be a bit faster. You do your weighting. After you have converted the different portions to degrees, then you plot them. Chimwe chandoda kusimbisa before we part ways the chino. As you are using this protractor, you should make sure that it's changing positions. Like pata draw straight line pata tanga panapa. Taita 120 zeru dzakanaka, tichitanga na 0 yakanangana line redu. Then we did our 120. Patanga takuda kuita goats, we had to rotate the paper so that titangire pachi pa 0 tichienda kuchi ku 80 like this. So this is what we wanted to learn today. Thank you for your patience, and I hope you learned something. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Thank you and take care.